So a couple of people asked me to make a video showing how to install Visual Studio 2019 and probably also to make it work with Ninjatrader 8. So I don't have Visual Studio 2019 installed. I've been meaning to install it, so I thought I'd make a video. I have no idea what to expect, so we'll see how the video comes out together. So first thing you do is in your favorite search engine, just search for Visual Studio 2019. Um, uh, Probably one of the first couple links you'll get is, well, shoot, mine's DuckDuckGo. It's this one right here. So click on that. And we want the community version. That's the free one. You have to pay for licenses for these two. So just download Community 2019. And I have downloaded it somewhere. There it is. Okay. So we'll click on that. Install it. You need to set up a few things. Okay. So it's setting up a few things. One thing to note though, I think, if I remember correctly, you get to use the Visual Studio for free without creating a login. They're going to want you to create a login, a Microsoft login. You're going to want to use that. You can do it without doing that, but I think you get 30 days. I'm not sure about that before they're going to want to make you sign in. I guess nothing is entirely free, is it? All right, so this lets you choose what you want to install. So we can go down here. We don't need this. We don't need that. We don't need Python. I want to install, if you like to play with simple programming, that's a good one to download. We want this one. C++, we don't need that. Windows Universal Platform, no. Mobile and gaming, none of that. Mobile development with .NET, I want that, so bear with me. You don't need that for Ninjatrader. You just need desktop. But since we're installing, I might as well do that. So Visual Studio extension, Office SharePoint, data science, cross-platform development, and Linux. Don't need any of those. So I'm just going to install one extra one, and you need this one. Total space required 8 gigabytes. So install while downloading. So we will do that. No, not now for the survey. So, all right. I don't know how long this is going to take. So, and I'm also not very good at making videos. I don't know how to edit them. So I'm just going to pause this. And when it completely installs, then I'll turn it back on. And hopefully that'll make the video a lot shorter. I'm back for a second. So I guess it wants me to update Visual Studio 2017. I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm probably not going to do that anyway. You always get every 2 weeks they'll give it a new release, and you'll get notified of it. So you can do that. But we're going to ignore this, and we're just going to concentrate on this. Okay, it looks like it finished installing. Might be finishing a few things. It's going to launch for us. A couple of notes of things to watch out for. Open a project or solution. So we want to go to Documents, Ninjatrader 8, Bin, Custom. All right. Before we do anything, we need to make a backup of our old files because Visual Studio is going to take them over, and maybe I don't know if you'll have problems. See, if you ever want to work in the Ninjatrader editor again, you may have trouble. It may be corrupted or something. I don't know. You should always make a backup copy of your old files. Namely, you can see these old copies I have here. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of. We want that one. We need that one. There. All right, so let's make a copy of, actually, let's just take this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and make a new directory called via 17 files and put those there. And then we still have these. Now Visual Studio is probably going to overwrite these. So what we're going to do is the project file. I'm going to click on the CS project file, or now we have a solution file. You won't have a solution file in your the NinjaTrader doesn't distribute a solutions file, which is this SLN file. All it distributes is the project file. So you're going to have to click on that. So that's what I'll do. It will convert when I click open. It's going to convert that to Visual Studio 19. So there it is. Now, if you look over here, these are all my. This is your environment. You got bar types in here. You've got strategies, all your indicators. This is everything you have in your NinjaTrader directory. The project file points to all that. So at least I hope I do. At least I hope it does. I hope I didn't have to do anything from Visual Studio 17 to make it work. It should work for you. So let me close all this. All right. So now you're ready to go. NinjaTrader will, if you want to do something, let's see, do I have to do something? I don't think of a task I need to do. I could just go in and do any of these that, can't do any of these ones that, these won't let you edit any. They're read-only, but when you compile, you have to launch NinjaTrader. This might take a while for me to launch. But what you need to do is have a copy of the, or an instance of the NinjaTrader editor open. In a minute, we'll get all this. We'll get all this loaded. Got to load it in a minute anyway. Mark, it's going to open in half an hour. Some of these take a while. So when you launch the platform, it's going to want to reload the whole thing in there for you, into Visual Studio for you, so that this looks new with the new version. Server Explorer. So I'll just set this up. I usually get rid of these. I like this. See, I like these the other way around. I like this over here. And properties, I don't need that. And I like this over here. And I like an output window, wherever it is. Where's my output window? And I like this to go all the way across. There. That's how I like it. On a breakpoints. Breakpoints are in, I think, window, somewhere up here. Where did they put them? Did they move them? Tools. Maybe they're tools. I don't know where they put them. I'll find them later. But I like those too. All right, so now I'm used to looking at this. All right, so we've got our so we have a editor up. So now I can build this. I've got this up. So now this editor, Ninjascript editor, is now open. So all you just have to do is have it open, and you can build your solution as follows. So this will start building. Probably give me a ton of errors because it's a new version and it always does that. No, it didn't. Sometimes you might get waiting for the chime. You know that chime you get? It's not going to give it to me because nothing changed. So now it's built in there. If I can connect here, I'll go ahead and connect. This is going to take 10 million, long time to load, but this is my strategy here that I use. And I have built in Visual Studio Community Edition 19. Sometimes Ninjatrader will make a change, and if you have Visual Studio open when you install the new version of Ninjatrader, it'll blow away all your, it'll completely corrupt your project file. You have to rebuild, you have to make a new one by pulling everything over. The way this project file works is in your custom directory, you have Ninjatrader custom.dll. So the one that Ninjatrader gives you has none of your indicators or strategies in it. Every time you build this in Visual Studio, you make a new custom.dll. And that's what you use in a chart. So when I can go and load this now, but see, this one's loading, so, and this has a whole bunch of on-market data overrides in it with about 6 indicators, all overriding on-market data for every tick for the last however many. I usually only load 10 days, so it takes a long time. And I'll load this, and the indicators are all loaded, and that'll take up. There it is. Okay, there's the GUI, and then when you see a bunch of dots on here, those are the high volume nodes that I put in here, and there it is. So that loaded. So I successfully built a version of Ninjatrader 8, Ninjatrader custom.dll. Just built it. Did not just build it. Built the, oh, it didn't make any changes because I didn't have any changes, but it would have just built it. So I guess I didn't make it. Let's make a change to it so we can. We don't need this. Let's go ahead and make a change to it so we can. We don't need that. There. So we'll go to strategies. Let's just put a little space in there so it'll. I need to do my buttons, but that's all right. I had for 17. Looks almost exactly like 17. I don't know what they did to it. All right, so we get the chime. There's the chime. There's the new DLL. Refresh this guy. And there's the new strategy built with Visual Studio 19. Now the main thing is to recap. Ninjatrader is going to make some changes. It's going to blow your stuff away, and you have to rebuild it. And if you're in a crunch, all you have to do is go to your editor and rebuild it here. Right-click and compile, and then that will rebuild it. Rebuild Ninjatrader custom.dll for you, and then you'll be able to load it. But it only happened like once in the last 3 years. It only happened once to me in 2017. I don't know what I did to deserve it. I didn't think I did anything, but maybe I did. So anyway, I think that's it. I don't know what else to say other than Microsoft login automatically logged me in. I don't know what live share is. That must be new. And then this will turn yellow up here when they put out a new version, and you can go get that and redo it all over again. So Anyway, there it is, and you can, just like I said in the videos, you can do this and convert away. So hope that helps you.